Welcome. My name is Timothy the Motor-Vator Williams. We're here tonight to help you get your life, and your money straight. We have Jeff on the camera. We have Abby. We have Abby here tonight. She's going to help us. Now, what we're going to talk about is your mindset, your mental aptitude, and also your mind frame to help you get out of the rat race, to also help you go from rags to riches. Now, what you see up here is one of my workshops. It's called How to Align Your Personality with Your Passion and Prosper. And also it says I'm the author of the book, which you can find on my website below this video in the link, How to Sell Yourself and Become Rich. So some of you may be thinking that I'm here to sell you something. Well, you're right. I'm here to sell you on you. That's why I wrote this book called How to Sell Yourself. Because most people do not realize that whatever product, opportunity, idea, or service that you're selling, because those are only 4 things you can sell, everything is selling, that the main thing you need to learn is how to sell yourself. Now, just to give you a little background on me, my background is automotive sales. That's why when you look at the name, it's spelled motor instead of M-O-T-I. That's how I branded my name in the company, because that's my background. The Motor-Vator.com is the website, which is also at the bottom of the link of this video. Now, my background being automotive sales, I am not limited to training and motivating people in that area. I also train people in real estate, financial. You name it, I can help you with your business no matter what you're selling, because in those 25 years, I learned how to sell myself. What most people don't know is, it's a saying that goes like this: when you become interested, you become interesting. And that's how I learned how to sell myself. I got interested in the people and not just the product I was selling.
That's right.
And so I was selling cars, but for years and years and years, I didn't know I was selling myself. People were buying me. And the reason they were buying me, because they realized I had principles, morals, belief, ethics, integrity, values, and character. And once they realized that, like, this guy's not gonna lie to me. You know what I'm saying? And so what I would do is, anytime they would ask me a question, I would show them something. Anytime they asked me a question, I'll show them. And so what they were doing was believing what I was showing them, not what I was telling them. Because selling is not telling. And so what you have to understand is, when you sell something, just because you're telling somebody something, don't mean they believe you. Okay? Any questions so far? No problem.
No
We're going to talk to a way that you will have some questions. Now, what I want to talk about is this. Most people do not realize the most important 2 things that they have is their mind and their time. Most people wish positive, think negative.
That's right.
We all wish we want this nice house. But then we think, oh, I can't get it. That's $500,000. No. We wish we want this Bentley or Mercedes or Rolls Royce or whatever type of car. I can't get that expensive. Well, the good thing about it is you can. And that's what I do, is I'll show you how. And you sit down with me and I will show you how easy it is, because there are some people thinking about getting a Mercedes, and then there are other people thinking about opening a Mercedes dealership. That was me. My friends was always thinking about, I want a Lexus. I want this Cadillac, because we were selling cars. I was like, I want a car dealership, so I can sell all of y'all cars. That was me. I've always thought like that. I don't know how to think small. I've never thought small. And Jeff will tell you, I'm a big thinker. Because my grandparents always told me, if you're going to think big. And then they say this: nobody's going to pay you like you. Nobody's going to treat you like you. Get your own. And so I have a lot of people out there that call me that say, Tim, when are you going to do some workshops? Well, here's one of the many. When I'm going to do some workshops on this, on that. So the subject we're going to cover tonight is aligning your personality with your passion and prosper. Now let me ask you this. How many of you have friends that every time they call you, every time you see them, they say, I'm going to be a millionaire?
Never.
And what I mean by that is, they come by your house before you go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Abby, I'm going to be a millionaire. They leave, get in their car and drive off. You at work, they call you. Hey, what you doing? I'm eating lunch. I'm going to be a millionaire. They hang the phone up. Jeff, what you doing, man? I ain't doing nothing. Hey, I'm going to be a millionaire. Hang the phone up. You get off from work, knock on your door. Hey, man, what you doing? I just got home. I'm going to be a millionaire. And they leave. How many people do that to you?
Never.
Nobody does that. Let me explain something to you. I heard this maybe in 2004. God said this. This is what I want you to think about. Nobody's doing that. So guess what? You don't have any competition. What if you thought like that? 24/7. Just kept thinking like that. Now I want you to think about this. A lot of people don't know this. Your thoughts penetrate time and space. Anything you think about, you can hold. Your thoughts are like boomerangs. So if you think of something, it'll come back. But here's the problem with most people. They think about it, and then they forget about it. That's not going to happen. Get a millionaire. I'm not going to be able to do that. So what I do is I show you how to hold on to that thought, to have focus, and never stop forgetting about it. Once you keep thinking about it, keep thinking about it, keep thinking about it, guess what? It's going to happen. That's just the way the universe works. A lot of people don't know that. And so what I had to do was I had to actually go through this. And so I started thinking about things. And I'm going to give you a little story. I bought a phone, which Jeff has got my phone here. And it had, the cases, the auto box cases.
Yep.
The case was gray. And I wanted a black one. Went to Sprint, they didn't have it. I turned the phone in, went to Verizon, they didn't have one. And I was at work one day. This happened, this was probably a month later. But I kept thinking, I want a black case. I had a gray one. I'm like, black goes with more things than gray.
Right.
This guy drove up in a Mercedes. He said, hey man, I want to look at that Dodge Challenger. I said, okay. And he walked, he said, hey man, you got a phone just like mine, a Galaxy Note 4. I said, okay. He said, man, I hate this gray case. He said, why? I said, I want a black one. He said, come here. Went to his trunk, popped it, opened it up, pulled out a black case that was in a box. Gave it to me. Put it on my phone. Now this is the thing. Most people think that, oh yeah, that's just this and this and this. I got stories upon stories upon stories where I've done that. And so that's why I teach people whatever you want you can have. But you gotta have three things: faith, patience, and belief. Most people just don't have the patience.
Right.
See, I told people I was training people in the mid-90s, 1995. I wasn't training nobody. Now, I train people. I told people I was speaking at colleges in the mid-90s. I spoke at Bishop State College. But guess what? I just held on to it. Now, you got to think about that. You're talking about 1995. We're talking about 20 years ago. Now, I'm doing it. But that's where most people, they give up on their dreams. And what they'll tell you is, oh, you can't teach a dog new tricks. But we're not dogs.
That's right.
We're human beings. You see what I'm saying? So you got to get out of that thinking. Because I got a chapter in my book. It's called Think Outside of Yourself. Now, you know what that is? That's taking think outside of the box and raising the bar. It's 20 chapters in my book because it took me 20 years to come up with the ideas that's in the book. And a lot of people don't know why it's 20 chapters in that way. It's in there for a reason. But think outside of yourself is this. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something for the first time? And see, when I say that, most people have to think because we're creatures of habit. And what we do is we do the same thing over and over. We wake up in the morning, we do the same thing. We brush our teeth, we do this, we do that. And then we eat this, and if you try the same way to work, it's just we're creatures of habit.
Yep.
But I'm not like that. I get up and I just go a different way to work. Never been that way before. I go to the mall and just start talking about it. Never met this person. Hey, how you doing? Oh, my God. And next thing you know, when I talk to them, about 5 minutes, that's for a business card. Because what I do is when I talk to people, my first thought is, how can I help you? And so when I'm talking to you, I'm trying to figure out, does this person need help in? And see, what I did was I walked into my passion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what their passion is. And then they don't know that actually purpose precedes passion. You find out what your purpose is, then you find out what your passion is, then you develop that skill, that ability to do that, what you know how to do. Because a lot of people tell you this, love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
And then you got some people that don't know what their passion is. I can't tell you how many CEOs, executives, millionaires I met that don't know what their passion is. They don't know. I'm like, dude, it's easy. Let me help you. And they call me, and I help them. Because that's the first thing on here, finding your passion. Because you got people, I do this, I do that, I do this. Okay. Most people do it because it's money involved in it. But just because it's money involved, that don't mean that that's your passion.
Yeah.
Because if you ask somebody, what do you do? Oh, I'm a banker. Oh, I'm an electrician. And then that's it. But that's not you. That's not the essence of you. The essence of you is this. Your passion. What do you love? And I had to find out this is what I love to do. Because I was selling cars, and you know what? I was talking to people like this. And like, dude was like, dude, what about the car? I'm like, oh, okay. But I was just talking to him, motivating him, and just talking to him. I'm like, dude, you need to go do that. Whatever that motivational stuff is, that's what you're talking about. And for years, I was talking to people about this Toyota, this Honda, and this. And next thing you know, we're talking about this, and this. And I just go off on a tangent. Man, I wrote a book, and this, and that. And next thing you know, I'm like, dude, you talking about this car, you're like, oh, humdrum. I'm like, yeah, it's got a V6 engine. And I started talking, oh man, I got a book. And I'm like, man, where did that come from? You exploded then. And so I had to figure out that was my passion. And so when I meet somebody, you know, I'm like, man, what does this person need? What do they want? When I just developed that is actually my purpose, that's my gift. That's why I'm here, is to help people. Right. And so that's when you read my book, people read my book and they see my workshops, you know, it's like, it's for a reason. Because for years, I used to hate to see people struggling. And I used to be on a job, and people were like, man, I don't like this job, and this, and that. And I used to try to figure out, okay, how can I help? And I told my friends a long time ago, I'm going to find something that's going to help us so we can get off of this job. And I found it. And so now, I'm helping people with that, getting off of that job. And you know what the job is? Just over broke. That's what it is. You know that? For poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly. And this is what most people do. They'll see something, and then what happens is they'll look at it, that looks nice, and then next thing you know, they'll just. But what they don't know is, the way the universe works, there is no such thing as happenstance. So when you see something, it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Because now you're over here talking about, I don't like this job, I don't like what I'm doing, but yet still you keep going there every day.
Yeah.
Well, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting what?
Same result.
Exactly. And so what you got to do to get different results, you got to do what? Something different. Now, this is what I heard for years. That's insanity. But then nobody never told me what to do.
Yeah.
They just said, do something different. Okay, do what? Because I'll try something else and I don't like that. Well, you haven't found this. Your passion. And that's what I help people do. I help you find it. Because I start off with the question I just asked you. What would you do all day if you didn't get paid for it?
If I may.
You may.
I've actually come to find that once you do find your passion in something, that your world of what they call insanity is a lot more comforting than their world of sanity.
Exactly right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's a whole lot better over here to deal with the problems than when you're on a job. Because you're a prisoner. And pretty much you're a prisoner of your mind.
Yeah.
You know, because on a job, they tell you when to be there, what time to be hungry, what time to be unhungry, what time to go to the bathroom, what time to be back from the bathroom, what time to leave. I mean, you're pretty much a prisoner. And then the crazy thing is, you have people, this is what bothers me when I went to a job, is they said, you can't drive a new car up here. Don't drive a new car up here. I'm like, well, we're here to make money.
Yeah.
Why can't I go up and drive? No. I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to work where everybody's got a new car and they're excited. I got a nice car. Or if they find out you got a second job or something. Well, I got some more bills that I accumulated, so I got to pay for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's the whole mentality on there. But what most people don't realize is we were never really created to be on a job, to work a job.
Yes.
That's why we're happy on Friday and we're mad on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't ever want to go somewhere and figure out, well, what can I do to get off of that? Or who do I need to get around?
Scared.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. We're actually scared. And that's what I talk about. See, fear is a false expectation, event, experience, evidence appearing real. And it's not real. We create our own fears.
It's in your head. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what most people don't realize. Fear doesn't exist. And see, with me, I'm the type of person, you know, when I walk up and there's fear there, I walk and fear does like this. It gets out of my way. That's just the way I had to develop myself to get like that, because I got to teach people how to overcome the fear. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I have up here, one of my, what you call topics. You know what I'm saying? It's fear is a thief of dreams.
Yeah.
Now, guess what? If you eliminate the fear, what you have? You have your dreams. And what is dreams?
Whatever you want it to be.
Exactly. A dream is just a goal with a deadline.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But the problem is most people don't have a sense of urgency for their life. And why is that? We were never taught that.
Right.
See, in school, we're taught to go to work, or go to college, or go to the military. You see what I'm saying? Why did they say go out and be a millionaire?
Because they couldn't do it themselves.
They couldn't teach you, exactly. The teacher's not millionaires, so they couldn't teach you to be one.
Yep.
So you gotta go to somebody that can help you get to where you're trying to go. And that's what I did. But what I did was I thought about it. And that's all I did was, how do I find somebody like that? When I lived in Atlanta, I met 2 millionaires, and they changed my whole mindset, my way of thinking. You know, I wanted to do this. I was going to work, first one there, last one to leave. Selling a lot of cars, getting awards. But I wasn't becoming a millionaire. And the guy told me, he said, Tim, corporate America is a legal pyramid. The person at the top make all the money. And he said, think about this. The person that sits down the most makes all the money. And so what I was thinking about, the guy that washed cars, I sit down more than him, so I make more than him. My manager makes more than me. He sits down more than me. His boss makes more than him. He sits down more. The owner sits down more than all of us, because he ain't never there. He on the yacht. And so I got to the point where the thinking, I said, well, I want to be the CEO. And this is what's good about the time we're living in now. We're in the technological digital age. Right now, in history, is the easiest time to be successful because of the internet. I can't tell you how many people I've reached and never met them. I can't tell you how many people have bought my book just because I have videos on YouTube. I got a website. I've never seen them, and they bought my book. They sent me money. Don't know if I'm a real person or a cartoon, but they sent me money. I can't tell you how many people I wrote blogs, and people have found me on Facebook, sent me a friend request. I sent them my phone number. He said, "God, hey, can you help me?" I said, "Yeah, this is how much I charge." They sent me money. Never met them. Before the internet, that wasn't possible. How is somebody gonna find me before the internet?
Yeah.
It's very difficult. They would have to fly down here. You see what I'm saying? And so what I try to tell people is this: get with me, because most people don't know how to take what I call social currency and convert that into money. You know what I'm saying? Because right now what we're doing is liking. Everybody's liking. Okay, if you got a business, you don't want somebody to like you. You want them to come to your business and spend money. You know what I'm saying? That's like your website.
Right.
You put that out there, you put it on Facebook or a fan page, you want somebody to go there and, hey, come to my business. But here's the good part about it. To start a business, you do not need a brick and mortar edifice.
That's right.
You can have a website and people can just go there. But there are so many people that are afraid. This fear sets in, and then what happens? Excuses set in, procrastination set in, and then that's it. More and more excuses come up. You know what I'm saying? But when they get around me, they'll go do it. Because I'm a motivator. I'm an inspirational type person. But I didn't know that when I was selling cars. I had to walk into my passion. And then what we also have to do, once we walk into it, we got to recognize that that's it. And so that's what I had to help people with, is finding out, okay, is this your passion? You got to be able to recognize it and not just go through something and thinking that's it. And so what I am is a giver. I love giving. It's giver's gain. I love sharing. Sharing is caring. But I've always been like that. But I didn't know I could help a lot of people with that. I just thought that that was me. I was just supposed to be a car salesman, that was it. So now I get calls from all over the United States. People call me and ask me, "Hey man, what do you do?" And then I tell them, like, "Oh man, can you help me?" Yeah. Because I tell people everything is selling. So no matter what business you're in, from A to Z, you're selling something. It's either a product, a service, an idea, or an opportunity.
Right.
You can't get around that. You can't get around. I don't care if you're working at Burger King, you're a salesperson. You're selling burgers. But they don't realize that because they're thinking they're just taking an order. But if you go to Wendy's and you ask them, you go to the drive-thru and you ask them, "Hey, give me a double cheeseburger." What do they say? "You want fries with that?" You just trying to sell me something. But if you ask that person to drive-thru, "Are you selling?" "No. I'm a teller. I'm a cashier. I work the drive-thru window. I'm a salesperson." And so what I have to do is get you to understand that you're a salesperson, and then get you to sell yourself on being the best you can be. And that's what I do. It's like if you look at the subtopics of my book, Selling yourself is the best sale you ever make. Investing in yourself is the best investment you'll ever make. But the problem is we were never taught to invest in ourselves. When we were in school, we're taught to invest in education, go to college, a job, invest some time on a job. Once you invest your time on a job, go buy your house, invest in a mortgage, go buy your car, invest in the car notes, monthly payments. Where do we fit in? We were never taught to invest in ourselves.
Yep.
And so what I do is I teach you about you. Because when I started studying years ago was why we do what we do, why we don't do what we should do. How do we create a sense of urgency for our life? And most people never sit down and think about that. They just think about all this debt I'm in. I gotta get more hours, a second job. Well, that's not gonna do it.
Right.
I'm just paying more in taxes. It's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out how do I lower my taxes, how do I leverage myself and get a business where I can have people helping me. That's what Walmart does.
That's right.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that Walmart, the average person at Walmart makes about $60, $70 a day. Because what they're working is 8 hours a day. For how much? $8 an hour. That's $64. But it's an average because some are working, making $10 an hour.
Right.
But you're averaging $67 a day. That's an average person. But what they don't know is this. This is the person. Walmart makes $91 million a day.
Okay.
Some people don't know that.
Okay.
They'll look at that number and be like, you gotta be kidding me. That's gonna be wrong. They don't know that. Because they just haven't researched it. But I have. This is what I do. And I do that to get your thinking. To start changing your thinking.
Right.
A lot of people don't know in 2012, Walmart made in one day $1.2 billion. The day after Thanksgiving in 2012. After they paid everybody. $1.2 billion in one day.
Dang.
So this is what most people are going to ask. Why is that important? Get your own business.
Yep. Leverage.
I'm going to tell you something else that's going to shock you. Most people don't know this. Facebook is right now valued at more than Walmart. That's what's crazy. Facebook didn't start till 40 years after Walmart came out. A lot of people don't know that. Google it.
And why is that? Because of the internet?
The internet. Now we're talking. That's what I wanted to hear. But this is what I wanted. When I heard, I want you to think about this. How much do you normally spend at Walmart, let's say, in a week?
$200.
Now, how much do you spend a month?
$800.
$800 a month at Walmart. I have to do this because I got my baby.
That's on a low end month.
How much you spend on a month? Facebook.
Nothing.
Nothing. Why are they more babies than Walmart? You
Advertising.
spending $800 a month over here. And nothing over here. But they're valued more than them.
Did you research that? Why? Like what? I don't know why.
This is what I'm telling you. Facebook uses you for advertisers. Facebook makes it so addictive that you can't stay off of it. And then they tell all these people that advertise on there. I got all the people. Just advertise there. And so they're paying Walmart, Target, is paying Facebook to advertise. And then you got people like me that want to advertise my business. I'm on there paying Facebook. Hey, tell people to go to my website. Tell people to buy my book. There are people like me that pay for that, for advertising, for Facebook ads. There are millionaires that pay, and then there are companies that pay. A lot of people don't know this. Oh, I got some stuff for you. A lot of people don't know this. How many entries do you think Facebook has about you, which means, let's say Facebook know your name, that you got to log in and set up your account. They know your address. How many entries do you think they know about you? As far as name or address, how many do you think?
Wow.
I mean, they know a lot because you put your number on there, you put your age on there. You
So,
write
yes, how many?
50.
50. What do you say?
I don't know what maybe 10. 'Cause it don't
10.
take that
You
much.
got 10 and you got 50. Let's go over here. Facebook has 1,500 entries on everybody that's on Facebook. 1,500 on you, 1,500 on me, 1,500 on me. And it's probably going up now because they're constantly increasing what they're doing. Now, let me tell you why. Facebook, this is why people were boycotting Facebook. Facebook has what's called trackers. So what I mean by that is, I'm gonna tell you this, and then when you go back to Facebook, you can be like, he was right. Go to Facebook, and then go to something else that you're thinking about buying. Go like the Best Buy, and then click on TV. Go to rooms to go. Click on the furniture. On the side, you'll see exactly what you're looking at.
Yeah, you're right.
You see, you already know that. So you see, I'm not just making all this stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm not just making it up. And so what they've done is they've convinced these people, just advertise. We got you. So Walmart people sit down with Facebook and like, why should we pay you so much money? And then they show them, oh, so you can track. So if they go to Walmart and look at this flat screen, instead of them going to Best Buy, you can put it up on their page over here. So what it does, it keeps it at the forefront of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though you're looking at your news feed, your timeline, over your peripheral, that TV I was looking at. You can look at the car.
Which brings it back to if you keep it at the forefront of your mind, they will buy it eventually.
That's the purpose of getting them to advertise there. So that's why you don't have to spend any money there. They got that covered. And that's why Walmart is sitting down with Facebook. How can we implement what you do on our Walmart.com websites? So now people want to figure out, okay, that's all interesting. How does that tie to me? Well, this is the thing. If you're not spending any money here, and they're making a lot of money, you really don't have to. You really don't have to spend a lot for me to have you. You see what I'm saying? I just want you. Because I can get you over here, I can still get somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So the goal is, just like right now, this is what's getting crazy. Amazon, they put all the bookstores out of business. Do you know they're about to open up a store?
Really?
Really?
Now I got that I came. I'm giving you some information. Come on in.
No, I'm about to get
Yeah,
ready.
come on in. Yeah. But that was their goal. So they did was they ran all the stores out of business that sell books. Now we're going to open up a store. And all the bookstores are like, really? This is what I'm saying is, so you don't have to have, it's easy to be successful now because you don't have to open up a building. You don't need an office. With the internet, you can reach more people. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose of me saying all that, to say this like for Facebook. Yes.
20 seconds.
So, we're glad you came out. We're glad you watched the video. Please inbox me if you're on Facebook watching this, or send me a message on YouTube. Thanks for coming out.